Welcome back to RBD Block Challenge. We are wrapping up our blocks with Geri Robinson's block number 16. It's called A Single Blossom. This is a beautiful block to end on, and let me show you how easy it is to make. First, you need to download the Single Blossom pattern on our Riley Blake Designs website. Cut out all your squares and the pieces you'll need to make this block. The first thing you need to do to make this block is grab your A pieces with your 2 G pieces. And you can mark them corner to corner. If you don't have a Seam So Easy guide, this is the easy way to do it. And we are going to make the stem portion of this quilt block. So you're going to lay that on top, just like that. And this is going to be your stitch line. Okay, before I even press, I can finger press that back. I stay at my machine. I put my other piece on like that. And I'm gonna sew down the other side. Okay, let me give a quick trim. And then let's press it open. Press it this way. Let's press it to the dark side. Okay, our stem is sewn. We're going to put that to the side right there. Now we're going to work on, go to the number 3 sewing instructions. And we're going to grab our C block. And these 2 triangle pieces. So we'll sew both units. This is how I do it. So I kind of lay it out to just make sure I'm sewing it the right way. Like that. So you're going to have tails on this side. So this side of your triangle is going to go straight down with the side of your block. Like that. Flip it open, check it again, and then I'm going to pin it there. And I'm going to sew off my side right there. So same with this one. Flip it over. Make sure you're going the right direction when you're sewing. So right up there. Okay, let's flip it open. So it's flip open. Now let's take it back here. We position in place so we know where we're going. Those are going to cross like that. Just line that up so that's all lined up on that side. Okay, let's go sew. Okay, open them up like this. Now there should be a 1/4 inch from that point right here to the edge. And you can trim off those little ears right there. Just give them a little trim off the center. And this should be a straight line. Let me just make sure. Okay, so you've got these 2 units. Now we're going to add our H piece, which is already a triangle. Maybe you haven't sewn with triangles before. It's really easy to get it to work out beautifully. The only thing you have to be mindful of is there's bias on the triangle, so don't stretch your fabric when you're sewing. So right sides together, you're going to line that up. Again, the only tip when sewing with these triangles is one side of your fabric is going to have a bias, so be careful not to stretch. Give it a quick pin. Okay, let's go sew. Okay, that naturally wants to fall this way, so we're going to open it up. Let's see. All right, now that we've got these units sewn, we've got all 3, let's just make sure they're all squared up to 4.5 inches. Okay, that is just perfect, but we can take off those dog ears. One's all done. That's great. Again, lining that center diagonal up. Okay. We are ready to start laying everything out. So the first thing we're going to do is lay down our stem. These are our 2 leaves. Make sure they're going the right way. Let's see. Do they go that way? Yes, they do. There we go. Now this next part, let's take a look. We'll move it around. So, okay. We have just a couple parts we need to adjust. Okay, this is going to be here. Let's see. That goes a long way. We're going to sew. We have 2 more things to sew, but I'm going to lay this out first. Let's go here, 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 here. There we go. And then on this E and D block, we just need to make a unit that has the white squares on top. Okay. So use your Seam Sew Easy guide, or if you don't have one, mark corner to corner. And on the D block, it's going to go this direction. And on the E block, it goes opposite. So I'm glad I looked. D block goes one direction. E block goes opposite. I'm going to double and triple check. Make sure. Okay. Okay, before I cut, I'm rechecking. Yep, that goes that way, that goes that way. Trimming that off. Okay, now we're ready to add these to here. That goes that direction, that goes that direction. We're going to sew these 2 squares together. Okay. Oh, flip it over. And I'm going to start assembling the block together. First, I'm going to start with this section. I'm going to sew these 3 together. Then I'm going to sew that onto there. Let's just give it a quick press. Recheck that. We're making our blossom right here. Let's flip it over like that. All right, what a sweet little blossom. Now let's finish the rest of our block. I'm going to sew that to that one. I'm going to sew that to that. I'm going to mark my pin where I'm going to start and make sure to angle it the right way so I'm sewing the right square. Sometimes when you have squares together, you sew the wrong edge. So make sure you line them up, the edge you're going to sew, and then the pin marks where I'm going to start. All right. We are so close. Okay. Let's sew that onto that onto that. Okay, while we're right here, let's just pin our last seam. Right, just gonna give it a little spritz. See how our points come together perfectly? Now it's time to just square up our block. That is looking very good. Just a few little threads on the outside. And a single blossom is finished. This is a fun block that Geri Robinson has designed, a planted scene. Join us next time as we wrap up the RBD Building Block series.